Carrying on, same question, question 9. We are now on part 3 of 9a, or actually part 4 of 9a, and it tells us in this question that we must use our answers, okay, from part 3, which I've just pasted on top of the page here, to find 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 plus 15 up to 150. Now, the first P50, what we have here, actually means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus all the way up to plus 50. That's what that means. It means the sum of the 50th terms, and that's what that first sequence gave us. It was a half times n plus 1. Okay, that was a sequence for the first sum of the first n terms in the sequence. Now, we've got to now find the sum of the numbers 3. We have 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 plus 15 plus all the way up to 150. And what you'll notice here, something that it's only worth 1 mark, what you notice here is each of these numbers here are multiples of 3. So if I were to take 3 out as a common factor, you'll have 3 times, you've got 1 plus 6 divided by 3 is 2, 9 divided by 3 is 3, 12 divided by 3 is 4, 15 divided by 3 is 5, plus all the way up to 150 divided by 3 is 50. So what you have basically is 3 times the sum of the first 50 terms, which is going to be 3 times our previous answer, which is 3 times 1, 2, 7, 5. And there we have part 4 answer. So there's a pattern there that you can see. You can see that there's a multiple of 3 for each of those. So 1, 2, 7, 5 multiplied by 3 will give us 3,825. We have 3,825 as your solution to part 4. Then it says find 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 all the way to 150. So we've got to use our formula again. The formula was Pn equals a half times n plus 1. Let's just make sure that's what I remember. Let's go back to the beginning of the page. And just see, it tells us the sequence is given by a half n times n plus 1. I think that's what I wrote. Yes, that's right. So here, in this case, n is going to be 150. So it's going back to a simple case of that. So n is equal to 150. So when n equals 150, then p of 150, the sum of the first 150 terms, is going to be given by a half times 150 multiplied by 151. Okay, which you can just plug into your calculator. So you have 0.5, which is a half, times 150 times 151. Okay, that gives us 11,325. So you have 11,325. 11,325 is your answer, okay, for that question. Now, part 6 says use your answers to part 4 and to part 5 to find the sum of the numbers less than 150, which are not multiples of 3. So here we have the sum of all the numbers, okay, which are less than 150. 150 and less. 150 and less. Okay, includes 150. And here we have the sum of all the numbers 3, 6, 9, 12, all the multiples of 3, including 150. Okay, so if we subtract from the sum of all the 150 numbers, the first 150 numbers, what we found in part 4, we'll get the sum of all of the numbers which are less than 150, okay, and are not multiples. Okay, we're taking away all the multiples of 3, so what we're left with are the numbers that are not multiples of 3. So if we have 11,325, and we take away from that 3,825, we're taking away all the numbers 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus sum of all those numbers, including 150. So we will now be left with the sum of the numbers which are less than 150, okay, and which are not multiples of 3. So we have 11,325 minus 3,825, and that gives us 7,500, which is our answer. So 7,500 is the sum of all the numbers which are less than 150, which are not multiples of 3. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to part B itself.